Good morning. I completely forgot to film an intro for this video. Apparently, I was so excited. Hello, welcome back to another episode of fckery. Today we are doing a snow dyeing experiment. Now, what is snow dyeing, you ask? It is dyeing using snow. No, I'm just kidding. Snow dyeing or ice dyeing is, I think, more commonly used with tie-dye because cellulose-based fibers, what you would use to tie-dye a cotton t-shirt, are cold process dyes. So this is more traditionally done with tie-dye, plant-based dyes. However, we're gonna fuck around and find out with some animal-based fibers today. Snow dyeing essentially is in your pan, your pot, your bucket, whatever you got. You're doing a layer at the bottom with your t-shirt, your locks, your yarn, whatever the hell you're dyeing. You're packing a layer of snow on top or ice, and then you're sprinkling dry dye powders over top. And as the ice or snow melts, the powders kind of disperse, and it's like a very cool watercolory effect. Long story short, we're going to be digging out in the snow today. We don't get snow in Vancouver. Hi, I'm in the Pacific Northwest. I'm in Vancouver, British Columbia. Thank you, not the US. And we don't get snow here. We get maybe 3 days of miserable, sludgy, wet disgustingness in January, early February. And we got it. So we're doing a dye experiment. And I've seen this done a couple other creators. I think Chemnitz tutorials. I think Rebecca has done this many a times. I'm going to link her channel. She's like a very sciencey person, and she does a lot of dyeing experiments with yarn. Let's get into the snow dyeing process, shall we? I just woke up and we actually have snow outside. My hair is... we're just gonna keep that contained. It's early. I literally just got up. No coffee, no breakfast, nothing. But I want to get this process started so that the snow can just melt and marinate and everything can do its thing. So let's do that. I'm just gonna spread these out and cover as much surface area as I can. And then come with me. We're gonna pick out some dye colors. My ring light is forever in the way. I just woke up. Everything's chaotic. Much better. We're gonna go with jewel tones. Nobody is shocked or surprised. However, which jewel tones is a great question. I think maybe I'll pull some blues that I don't normally use. What do I have in here? Hot fuchsia, purple, fluorescent. Ooh, fluorescent red would be really cool. No, fluorescent red, relax. You have a plan for that. Sky blue. I'm looking at my jacquard dyes. Sorry, I guess I should show you that and not just yap into the void. This is my, is my lens dirty or is the lighting just bad? Lighting's just bad. This is my kind of dye corner. I just have some like overflow dyes here that don't fit. Dyes that I reach for most frequently kind of end up here. I've got citric acid, salt, what is it that you use to ash, soda ash, just all my like dye fixants here. And then over here I have my Dharma dyes and my jacquard dyes, acid dyes in the front. There's the plant-based dyes in the back. Anyways, I think I just want to stick to 3 colors because I'm not dyeing like a huge pan of like holy shit, maybe have some coffee before you try and film. I'm not dyeing like a full pan of fiber, like of comb top or a roving or anything, so I don't want to do anything crazy. I want to do... I'm gonna go outside my comfort zone. I'm gonna use jacquard teal. I'm gonna grab... Ooh, that's a terrible noise. I'm sorry. I will edit that out. Caribbean Blue from Dharma, and Golden Poppy, because this will give me some like greens, all of these kind of blended together. Let's do that. Okay, I'm just gonna grab my pan of fiber and take it outside and scoop up some snow. It's really pretty. I really hope I'm in frame. Sorry if I'm not. Oh, this is like such fluffy, pretty snow. Coming to you live with the voiceover because I was wearing my respirator in these clips. I sound ridiculous. Don't know why I thought I could film audio with it. I am wearing my respirator, safety goggles, and gloves. And I'm just talking about how I don't want to use too much pigment. I'm trying to be really, really, really light-handed with this because I'm not dyeing a huge amount of fiber. I don't want to use too much dye. It'll make it hard to exhaust. This is the Caribbean Blue from Dharma. It's like a very, very, very bright, icy blue. It almost looks like those slushies you get at the gas station, whatever those are called, slush pups. And then I'm going in with some teal from Jacquard next. These Jacquard little like jars are really tiny, so they're a little bit awkward to like pinch dye from, and I ended up picking up way too much. So spoiler alert, there is way too much dye in this pan, but it does look really pretty. I'm not cutting these clips. I want you to be able to see the natural progression of how things are melting and the dye is starting to like slowly spread. If I cut clips out, obviously, it'll be kind of chunky. And so I just want to leave everything in. And so we get a nice visual here. And then here I'm going in with the Golden Poppy from Dharma. I'm using very, very little of this. And I always find it interesting to see how the different pigments feel in your hand because different pigments come from different things. The textures of them are different. I can't really describe it, but it's a fun tactile experience. My lids are on and secure on my dry dye powder, so I have my respirator off, but you can see there's like some little flecks of purple in there because the Caribbean Blue is a very like purpley based blue, so that's where that's coming from. The teal is looking like very dark, and then obviously the Golden Poppy is just kind of yellowy, mustardy. Kind of looks like a spice. This has been sitting here for an hour. I did leave this on the floor, and if you're thinking that's deranged, you're probably right, but my floors are like in heat flooring, like whatever it's called when the flooring has heat in it. Like I don't have like a radiator or like baseboards, it's in the floor. So the floor is warm. So I figured I would just leave it down here, and I'm not in the living room today, so it's fine. But you can see we're starting to get some melting. The Golden Poppy is sitting on top, and it kind of looks like caramelized sugar. Oh, it looks delicious. But we are starting to get some into the fiber here. Alrighty, so everything's fully melted. It is 10:45, so this has been here for 2 hours. And of course, there is still some like undissolved Golden Poppy, but everything is fully submerged. I am going to put this on the stove because I obviously used way too much dye powder. So we're going to get this a little heat set and then see how much color we can exhaust from there. Here is where we were at. There is still a decent amount of dye left in this dye pan. It looks a little bit like it's got some pigment left in there. It's more teal in person than it's kind of looking on camera. So I just moved everything over to a fresh pot of water. Because these locks were warm on the stove, I made sure to put in warm water from my tap. You don't want to go from warm to cool immediately. That can shock and felt things. And when I was originally heating up the locks, I started out very low, very, very low heat. And then, yeah, this is warm water from the tap, a little splash of vinegar, and I just moved everything over. I'm gonna use that leftover dye for another thing. You'll see that later. And this is gonna sit for 30 minutes at like a low heat. Good morning. It is a day later. I have been picking at this unintentionally, and now it's huge and angry and red. My bad. So last night I did heat set our dye pans. Spoiler alert, I did a second dye pan without you guys. It was the same process, just different colors, so I'll show you those, obviously. And here is our pan that we did together. These are all dried. I'm going to insert some better clips, obviously. These turned out so moody and dark. There's some parts here that like almost look black because of how green they are, but it's really cool. Once you fluff them up, they totally lighten up. I don't know, I just think it's really cool the way that light and colors play when you dye locks, because it's like a textured surface area versus dyeing like skeins of yarn that are all laying flat and aligned. This is like different textures and densities of fiber. So it just always takes color so in just such a unique way that I'm having so much fun with. We ended up with very little of that Caribbean blue coming through. I think the more that I fluff these up and prep them, there's going to be more blue kind of hiding inside like that. You can kind of see as I fluffed it up, it got a little bit more blue. And there's also very little of the golden poppy color. This is my favorite little lock here. It's so cute. So you can kind of see some of that golden poppy up there. It's a very greeny kind of yellow. Wow, English is hard. But these turned out really cool, and I'm really happy with these. And these are Cotswold locks, love. I have so many of these left, and I'm gonna keep dyeing them with such enthusiasm. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, this is dye pan number 2. Guess what colors I used? Nobody is shocked or surprised at all. So I did a second pan with some Cotswold locks, and I also did some mohair locks. And you guys, these turned out incredible. This is again like another cute little lock here. Are you serious? There is so many colors in this. It's not even funny. I used Purple Pop, love her, and Jacquard Neon Red. And wow, the two of these together, because Jacquard it's such a heavily based neon pink dye. That's how you get a neon red. It's a neon pink dye. So the combination of these is crazy. There's so many colors in here. It's truly blowing me away. We have rich magentas and purples all the way down to these like smokier, pastel-y lavenders. There's some true like bubblegum pinks. There is, oh my God, I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's stunning if I do say so myself. Don't know what kind of accent that was. Please forgive me. Like, there's just so much color in these. It's blowing me away. And the mohair took the dye a tiny bit differently just because, again, the structure of the lock. So there ended up being some more lighter patches with the mohair. And I just, oh, I'm obsessed. You can see kind of this orangey pink. That's the neon red. I think I am gonna do this again. This is a colorway I want to keep in the shop, this combo. Mwah! Love her work. But I think I'm gonna go in with the neon red first, let her do her thing, and then bring in Purple Pop after that dye has set, because Purple Pop is a aggressive girl, okay? Here's some of that neon red. It just turns out such an insane, like, pinky orangey neon. It's something I've never seen before, something I've never dyed before. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. This was a really fun experiment. I did end up heat setting both pans just for the sake of time. If you're gonna do this and you don't use too much powder dyes, it will fully exhaust on its own if you give it enough time. When you're acid dyeing, you can substitute heat for time. With time, it will set. So I could have left these to sit for another day or so. These ones, I mean, there was way too much dye in our other pan here. My bad. Too much dye in this pan. So it would not have fully exhausted without heat. It didn't even fully exhaust with heat. But for time's sake, I'm editing videos and running around. I just heat set them, and wow, I'm so excited to spin these, you guys. Really excited about this one. So that was our snow dyeing snow day experiment. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below, where are you from and do you get snow? Hey girl, it's me here to interrupt your regularly scheduled programming. I have a little update for you about the Jackass Collective Valentine's Day 2025 launch that is happening this Saturday. You're seeing this on Thursday, so Friday's 2 days, and there's a little shop update. I was supposed to have a sock yarn update on Saturday as well. However, the mill has been doing me dirty. They are weeks late getting a shipment out. So I'm going to do a pre-order for Feral and Chokehold on the sock yarn base. This is not a color we have stocked. It's just me here. I'm a one gal kind of business, okay? I have not stocked Chokehold and Feral on the sock base yet, but I would like to offer that. It's going to be a pre-order on Saturday in case you wanted to snag some handspun as well as the sock yarn, and I'll just need an extra week to get shit dyed, labeled, tagged, sent off. So yeah, sock yarn update with the Valentine's Day launch. Also, as a little peace offering, I'm going to list a little bundle of these mohair locks. It'll be in much prettier packaging by the time it gets to your hands, but I'm going to put one little bundle of these in the shop. This is a colorway I will be restocking continually, but I'll probably be regularly getting this stocked for March, April, if you want to grab a bundle to try out before I regularly start stocking it. That'll be listed Saturday as well. Thank you for your time. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. We get maybe a week of snow total a year. Yeah, so I had to do it. I had to try this limited time dyeing experiment. Thank you for watching the fibre fuckery. I have some more fibre fuckeries lined up. They are harder videos to film just in terms of like organization and getting demonetized because there's a curse in the title. Anyways, I have more coming. I hope you're enjoying, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share if you think it's worth sharing, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye!